All right, hello friends, hello loyal audience. This is video number 12 of commentary on The Matrix. And today is February 23rd, 2024, Friday. I just want to comment on something here. So you got six of those tassels or strings or whatever they are, 6 by 6, but there is a 15 in the middle. 15 in the middle. I don't know what 15 means here, but if you look here, these are 15, and there's that black dot. I don't know what it is. But here, there is a very disgusting thing that happens. They force you to bow down when you enter. You don't have to bow down by yourself, but when you lower your head or your back, bend over and look forward, you're bowing down to the oracle. They force you to do that because you do it on your own. This is a ploy that happens in some like Catholic monasteries or something of the sort, and it happened in a certain Persian leadership or Shah when they used to lower the gate entry on the Shah, right? So they force you to bow down to him, and when you went inside, you crawled on your hands and feet, right? That's they force you to bow down to him. This is an old ploy, only the sickly would do that. I personally won't bow down to any human being except my creator. That's God or Allah. But I wanted to show you that. See, he's bowing down now. Okay. All right. So here I wanted to mention that that boot I quoted George Orwell about the boot stamping on the human face forever and so on, as George Orwell is promising us, we humans, right? But this could also mean something else. Something occurred to me. Here, there is a testimony by certain Arab poet or certain canto, if you will, by certain Arab poet, and it goes like this. I'm going to say it in Arabic and then translate it for you in English. واثق الخطوة يمشي ملكا. That means that who is confident of his step walks like an angel. That he who is confident and certain of his step, right? Step on the ground, right? Walks like an angel. Angel here really means angel. It's not a simile or a metaphor, right? So and here in the West it says like maybe hot stepper, right? Hot stepper is what probably it means. But I think that's what it means, is that this who takes that such a confident step is an angel really. Okay, I think I have a grasp or a good understanding of those companies. So here you will see KPMG, right? And here legal, and then you saw Ernst and Young, and then AAP, and so on. I think AAP, if I am not mistaken, means Arthur Anderson. Let me make sure of that. But before I move on, I want to show you another company that I personally worked for. So Ernest and Young right there, I'll tell you what they mean. Anyway, you can refer to that Egyptian Morpheus. His name is Sha'rawi. On that sermon that I showed you here, he explains how bullets don't hit people or those manifesting demons or something. All right, this is the company I'm talking about, Aeon, A-O-N, right? So Aeon This guy is probably working for Aeon or something of the sort. But I can't badmouth them. I worked for Aeon for about a year as a Solaris Unix engineer in Lincolnshire, Illinois. All right, I'm gonna freeze it. Give me a second. What are all these companies or these firms, with like Aeon and so on? All right, there are quite a few companies that are AAP, so I don't want to speculate on those. But all these firms are owned and operated by Morpheus or Zion, the shapeshifter rabbi, and I think that's what it is. When they're showing you those. Now notice throughout the movie, they will show you the cortex or metacortex one. I'm sorry, metacortex building. They show it only once, right? But then, even in the same vicinity, whether it's in Nashville, Tennessee, or in Australia, they never show you that again. Now, is that supposed to be significant or have some meaning or some underlying assumption or hint or something of the sort? That is a highly likely possibility. However, it could be that it's an animation and they don't want to do it again. It's just like too much effort, right? And that's not. So there's a possibility there. All right, so I have a better handle on this particular scene now. What I told you is good, but there's like more details. I have more details about it now. Let me explain it to you. So,
first, let's make it look like 10. Let's do something a little more fun. How about come?
okay, so here the dementing has begun, emptying the brain from anything that is human. Here, what Tank is doing is morphing the brain from one state into another, emptying the brain from something of certain value, principles, ideals, faith, F-A-I-T-H, love, family, devotion, you name it, and moving it into the realm of dissolution or dissolved state of nihilism, meaningly one becomes animal. There is no longer any value or sense of having or sense of decency or anything else. But there's an important point. So now he's doing that.
Jiu-jitsu. I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu.
So now he's emptying the brain, as you can see. But why is Neo looking like he's asleep, but he is in a nightmare? This here is a nightmare. So he's right, and Holly now, you see, he lost, and now he's bad mouthing God, right? Holly stuff, right? And notice, see, he's seeing success here. Mikey likes it, right? Oh, Mikey likes it. This is a well-known American saying, right? Look on his face. Oh, he's gonna do him pretty bad, right? Hell, right? Holly, hell, right? You see what I'm talking about? Now he wants more of that. Why? Because we humans have both sides to us. And there's a verse in Quran that says, فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. Ourselves has been endowed by both good and bad. So we're either this way or this way. The important point here, we choose our way. That's the only freedom we have. Everything else is a fate, right? But what's going on here is if you have bad ideas, if you have really bad notions or bad dreams that give you really bad ideas, they're highly likely being induced and by some night visitation on your brain or some neighbor or something of the sort, right? Or some frequencies and whatever that is, or food, or whatever it is. So you begin to have, the good side of your brain begins to die, right? And they kill it, they scuttle, or they demolish that particular good side of the brain, maybe chemically too, maybe organically, right? You drink that cup of water, and that blue pill or red pill, you lose your mind. But what I'm saying is, here, this guy is seeing bad dreams, and then he's starting to like those bad dreams. Why? Because it's lust, it's licenses, lascivous, and lucid, and lascivious thoughts, and so on and so forth, right? But where does that come from? It's induced by the tank. It's induced or inserted or awakened in your mind or activated in your mind by the tank, by the shapeshifter Morpheus, by Dozer, and few other things, right? So these things are, it's done by way of subliminal command or unconscious, right? Like right now, you get all these, you visit the internet, right? You watch the internet or search the internet or wherever it is, and there's all kind of triple X, pornography, whatnot. Remember Mouse watching that triple X, red, woman in red, and so on? That's what he's talking about here. Now he's inserting that dissolution, right? Nihilism in his mind. This guy no longer understands humanity, right? And taboos and forbiddens and so on and so forth. This is no longer, this guy is now an animal, right? That's what I'm trying to say to you on this particular scene here, is that his brain has been washed, emptied from values, and then new dysfunction and value, new negative aspects of life has been inserted on him, and from there on it's downhill. He's going to tumble downhill, and by the end of his life he's going to be nothing really. So they destroy human beings by removing them from ethics, from values, and from things of the sort, and throwing them into the chaos of taboo and so on and so forth, right? And it's all done in the brain, subconscious. There are some really advanced and sophisticated and complex ways and means to do that. Sometimes it's by dreams, where that shapeshifter Morpheus come in your dream and then put these things in your mind and show you those bad dreams. Or sometimes by way of subliminal commands while you're awake, while you're watching TV, while you're being talked to, and so on and so forth, right? And sometimes, by frequencies that you don't hear, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, well, that's a good point here, so we'll continue. Give me a minute. Okay, now here, when he ate the cookie, that cookie contains material or contains poison similar to the red pill, which will alter his brains physically, right? And then increase his libido, for example, or whatever that is, destroy stuff in his brain and so on. And then immediately afterward, what's going to happen to him? He's going to go here. Triple X, right? You see, it's all relevant. The cookie he ate is that. Folks, when you watch pornography on the internet or TV or whatever it is, if you don't control yourself, or if you don't quit in time, you will become so sick. You will wish you never did, right? There you go. So here, it's also a simulation program. How do I know that? Because they're trying to get this Neo here to submit and fall under the feet or on the lap of Trinity, right? Notice. See, now he's in battle, right? Whatever that battle is, it could be a gunfight, it's anything but a gunfight. Could be anything, right? And he's battling. Now he calls on Trinity. He now is desperate, similar to him being desperate in that office when he wanted, Morpheus wanted to get him out on the scaffold. Now he's in trouble, right? There's shooting going on. Shooting. Trinity, he wants help, right? Now you wonder if he's so good like that, he's fast, and guess what, right? But he's good enough to actually battle his way through, right? You know, continue the fight and know how to avoid it, or, you know, things of the sort. He's not someone who starts begging for help right away. He got hurt, all right. Where? On his pocket. So we're talking now. His dollars are being hit here. You know, shapeshifter Rabbi Morpheus sent him the IRS, and they garnished his wages, and they destroyed his children and his seed, and I can sit here talk forever. But they're trying to get him to a point. This is the point they are trying to get him to. And guess what? Right? Notice here. So they got his pockets, right? And he's out of ammo. That means he's out of tricks. He no longer can fight his way through, because that overwhelming machine that is fighting him, that is commanded and marshaled and controlled by Rabbi Shapeshifter Morpheus. So now he's, and you see, they put him in a state, they shut out his pockets, no longer have money, right? And here, the guns or his ammunitions or ammo or wits or maneuvers and so on. So basically, he's in a corner now, and he called for help. Trinity, you know, like, hey, help! He's begging for help now. Look, he's on the floor. That's it. And he's got that cape of Superman. So is he Superman? I got it. So I thought I was becoming famous and being part of this movie, because this is in Chicago and he was born like in Beirut. I was born in Homs City, Homs, right? Supposedly, I don't know. But now I'm not Superman. You see, this is Superman. I am not Superman, right? Uh-oh. There's that shadow coming on him. And they're gonna kill him at Aeon. Oh, I survived that. That's right.
Dodge this.
Alright, so this is a simulation program. So Trinity comes to the rescue. Get it? She comes to the rescue. Poor Kim. There you go. You see what they're trying to do to him? Now Trinity is like the savior angel, you know. What is it? Savior, you know. The angel that saves him, and then, come on, Neo, get up. She saved him. Now he's gonna have the sense of gratitude, and he owe her everything. So he's gonna like a tutu or poodle, you know. He's gonna now lick boot and stuff like that, and she gets his sperms. There you go. She rescued you. And there's the fountain, right? I don't know what that is. Like diesel, they're gonna make him drink diesel.
How did you do that?
How'd you do what?
What?
So they're not saying he's total loss or he's like useless. So he's got some moves, right? So he's not totally bad.
You move like they do. I've never seen
So he's one of them, is what she's trying to say. Did you see the?
anyone move
So
that.
he's an angel. Okay, we know that by now. So that's not me, man.
What?
Okay, let me show you. There goes the two pockets. I mean, they just took all his money. They left him some here, probably in this pocket, a couple of dollars. Notice, here, there's no shadow of him, right? but there's the cape of Superman. But suddenly, you see the shadow, right? And the sun is shining down on him. I explained to you what the sun is earlier. You know, this, remember Morpheus disconnecting from the sun, right? And, excuse me. So as you can see, suddenly the shadow disappeared and the sun, you know, the sun, I told you that the prophet said, or the messenger of God, of Allah, said the sun rises between the two horns of the devil, right, of Satan. So the sun now, who is the sun? Notice, there you go. It's also a shadow, right? So the shadow over the shadow, right? Did you notice? First, his shadow suddenly disappeared, and now there's a shadow here, and that's the sun. He's trying to kill him. So the shadow is trying to kill him. Why? Because maybe he realized that he's going to the other side, is what they're trying to insinuate here. There you go. That's the sun. That's him. That's his shadow. So now this sun, S-U-N, right? Sun, the sun that rises, right? Remember what I told you it is? It's an aeon, right? And it's looking down on him, it's going to kill him or something of the sort, right? Because now it realizes that he's become volatile and he's going to be recruited by the other side.
Dodge this.
And now they're saying that, guess who comes to rescue you? And he disappears, of course. Why? Because he's not human. He cannot be killed.
How did you do that?
Do what?
You moved like they do. I've never seen anyone move that fast.
It wasn't fast enough. Can you fly that thing?
Not yet.
Aha! Now there's some funny scene here.
Operator.
Tank, I need a pilot program for a B-212 helicopter.
So what's with this helicopter? Notice.
Let's go.
All right. Whenever you see this Huey helicopter, that always tells you it's Vietnam. That always says it's Vietnam, right? And if I am not mistaken, if they go back to that box which has nihilism or simulacra and simulation, or dissimulacra and dissimulation on it, you will find the year of you will find a disc with a year of Vietnam on it too, like 1967 Vietnam, 1452, 1200 something, the Mongols and the communism and, you know, the inquisitions and all that, managed by Morpheus, right? You know, and so on. So whenever you see the Huey in any movie or anything like that, that's Vietnam, folks. And this, okay, you'll see also there's a movie for that mafia movie with Robert Redford in a jail, and the star of The Soprano who died. And in that jail, there's a fight between the ones in jail and the commanders, right? So Rabbi Robert Redford, you know, fights, you know, like destroys the country, or the United States for that matter. But within you see a Huey helicopter, meaningly when Rabbi Morpheus driven United States into Vietnam, he did a lot of destruction on the United States itself. Now here's the problem. They're in the same building. So they fought upstairs, and as if these guys are clueless, right? You know, they could have gone upstairs and did the job on Neo and whatnot. That's where they shut the United States out. Really, Vietnam was a very bad thing for the United States. It drained it. It drained it of resources. It killed so many of its people. at the same time, it tarnished its reputation as superpower, and at the same time, uh, 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 it cast a shadow on its supremacy in military or warfare, and it strained its budget. But most of all, it allowed for a internal coup, meaningly the personalities that basically ruled the country are no longer ruling the country. They were replaced by Morpheuses and so on. So the Vietnam War, and then later, of course, the Iraq wars and the Middle East wars further damaged the United States. And these were all instigated and set up and engineered by Rabbi Morpheus, the shapeshifter. But then again, the Kukukowskis lose the narratives again, because I thought he said the agents never get hit by bullets. And this here you also see on the wall of the hotel, where you can rent 1 hour vacancy, right? 1 hour, you rent a room for 1 hour. That's where Trinity performed some supernatural acts and killed 4 police officers. And that's where they maintain monitoring and tracking of people in the city and personalities and so on. But why no? I mean, he's really a supernatural entity, right? What does this make? What is got nothing to do with him? You can't shoot that, like flood the room with bullets, and Morpheus still survives. I can tell you that Richard Nixon is one of Morpheus's controlled entities. So was Johnson, of course. All right, let's seize it here. And here's your 6. You know who's shooting, right? 1 and 6. Remember I showed you the 1 and 6 and so on. 1, 6, 1, 6, right? Guess who's that? I'm drawing blank. Can you help me out here? Now I want you to notice something here. During the morphing, sorry, my equipment here are not exactly the expensive type, but you'd see the matrix, see those characters, green characters reflecting on the face. So this particular agent is now going through some wormhole, right? Notice, see? So he just shifted, right? That's what we do with morphing in graphics program, right? Now Morpheus here is a rebellious angel, right? He's a rebellious angel. He is Satan, right? But notice now, he got rescued, so he's looking at upstairs, right? He's looking into the heavens, right? He's looking into God or Allah, right? Like as if gloating, like I survived, right? This guy's weird, man. I don't know where they get such ideas. And he's awakened, right? There's gonna be a brawl here, or a shindy, like body slams and so on. Oh man, look at that. He broke the chains. He broke the chains that imposed on him by supposedly God and his agents. He was chained. So Neo supposedly rescued him. You get it? Oh well. Uh-oh. Trust me, that hook or whatever that chain is would not hold if two guys are hung to it. And they're making their escape, of course, from the bondage, from the prison. And you see Citibank again. When I was young, like 20, and I got those credit cards, I remember one time looking at my statement. They were charging me 21% interest. 21%. Those Citibanks. All right, where did I see this? Transmission tower, communication tower, AWA. Do you remember that? Let me show you that. All right, do you remember this scene? This is like the Freemasonry emblem, controlled by way of remote control by Morpheus. Shapeshifter, Morpheus. Deep image, and then there's your AWA. AWA. I don't know what it is. If it's upside down, because this is, it looks to me like this is an upside down, it could be VMV. V, I think, is a number 5 in Roman numerals, right? And, I can't read again. My TV is amped up, remember? Because it's like low quality. It's supposed to be high definition, but it's not like the modern TVs. If I get a job, I'll buy one, very expensive one. Okay, good. So now we know where we've seen this before. Let's go back to it. Okay, that's where we stopped. That's the AWA that was on that Masonic box, controlled by none other than Shapeshifter Morpheus. So it's deep image, meaning a deeply embedded organization that is used by Morpheus with minions, and iRobots, they usually dispose of after they use. And it's got communications, right? So it's for control. But if you're one of those, you sold your soul for the devil. To Morpheus for whatever cheap. And then at one point, they're going to do what? They're going to buzz you in the brain. Remember my commentary on 2001 Snake Odyssey when Haywood puts his finger like that, like Prophet Muhammad, on the box itself or on the cube house, because now he cornered God, right? And he says, you gave it to a monkey, we need it from you, you have to give it to us. And then what happened to him? He got buzzed in the brain. So there you go. That's your AWA and their transmission tower. So there's like, don't ever think you're all alone in this world. Could be your significant other that is spying on you and influencing you subliminally and subconsciously and so on. Negatively, that is, so you can submit to Rabbi Shapeshifter Morpheus. She looked at it, remember? Look. She was looking at it, notice. Let's try again. Look at her. Notice. She's looking at the tower, meaningly, right? Or looking at the street. I think she's looking at the street. And at the tower, meaningly they're using, that underground wormhole network, right? Of wormholes and, whatever it is to communicate with each other. So AWA, they used AWA to rescue Morpheus. So Morpheus was in trouble, but his minions, the iRobots and so on, the ones that he uses like dogs and feed runny eggs and a bowl of snot, right? And imprison into a metallic cell, and they wear ragged clothes and so on, and they eat nothing, and they just rescued him. Rescued who? Morpheus. So if you're a Neo now, a clone and in the service of Morpheus, guess what? You go into a suicide mission, supposedly to be successful, right? Why? Because you need to rescue shapeshifter Morpheus, Rabbi Morpheus. See? You see it again? There's your AWA. And there's your green. So that's like in a Muslim nation or something like Shiitas or Shiites. I don't know. You could sort out so much here. Red car. I don't know. Whatever. Usually, whenever there's a fight or a predicament, them dogs, cheetahs and Alawis and whatnot and Masonics, they go for the fight and die for this guy. Rabbi Shapeshifter Morpheus. Let's go back again. There you go. That also looks like what is it? The Eiffel Tower in Paris. So I wouldn't want to go on. You know what? I climbed Eiffel Tower in Paris on foot, but I only made it to the first level. Oh, it was too far high up. I didn't want to see Jules. I wanted to see what Jules Verne is talking about and his treasure island. So maybe that's France, right? Maybe. And remember, there is your green. Everything is green now. And of course, the helicopters inside is green. So they use the Muslims and terrorist organizations and so on and whatnot with help of the Masons and so on, for free Masons, right? In order to get Morpheus out. So you live and die for Morpheus and you eat like dog used to, or like a donkey, work and eat like a donkey and bark like a dog. Did you see that bird? That's like the, let's see. Right? That's the phoenix. Now Morpheus is a phoenix, right? He's taken off, looking like one of those chicken chicks, yellow ones. MMI? I don't know what that is. You have to ask the Kukukowskis. Uh-oh. Here's a problem. Do you remember? This guy is, right? Notice the fear in his eyes. But that gets me. Why does it get me? I mean, here doesn't make sense. Let me show you why. All right. Speaking of Morpheus hanging by a thread from a helicopter, being rescued by Neo, right? With fear in his face, and then he's about to fall into a building. But I went back in time, and then I saw this.
You have to let it all go, Leo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief.
Really? I thought he wasn't looking like that, hanging from that cable that is strung or attached to that helicopter, the Huey helicopter. And notice, he needed someone to come and get him out by way of machine gun that has 6 barrels. And what? He couldn't even jump. Really? Oh, all right, let's go back. All right. Ah, the Phoenix Morpheus. Oh, look how pathetic he is. I thought he jumps buildings. He flies over buildings. Oh man. I thought I saw something here. Give me a second. Uh-uh. He no longer punches hole in the concrete ceiling, right? Nor he flies between buildings. He's watching. He didn't even jump to help Neo in the rescue. There's your AP or AAP, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's Associated Press. That's what I think it is. And that's the Tower of Communications, AWA, and Associated Press. So they move their information. Remember what Godfather Michael Corleone told his father? What's his name? Don Corleone, rest in peace. About his son, he reads the funny magazines. That means that's where they communicate. So AP, Associated Press, or Reuters, or whatever it is, they use that, right? That AWA. So Masonry used that, of course, encoded. I don't know what that is. You have to see it. And notice Morpheus is just watching. He doesn't care if both of them fell to their deaths. And that's from here, it looks like that's what's happening. Okay, again, that's the AWA tower, right? It's in front of, I don't know what that is, like cell straw or something of the sort. Well, you have to ask Morpheus. He tells you. He'll tell you. But here again, you will see that pattern on the two, right? Remember that pattern on that building next to metacortex? And I don't think this is metacortex anymore, right? That's probably the building where they modified graphically to show metacortex. But that tower in front of AP is really the AWA on the TV screen, or as an emblem on the TV when he was talking to Neo. Crashing in buildings. Does that make sense? Not too long after the movie, that's what happened in New York. I thought I saw something. National Mutual. The whole nation is going apart right now. And I don't know what the heck that is. That's like the bridge of New York, right? This here is like a bridge over the Mississippi. Probably, maybe, I don't know. And that's that round building. Remember? Let's see. National Mutual turns into turns into an M. I don't know what that means. You can tell me. There goes an airplane into a building. Does that sound or look familiar to you? Here it looks like an eye, right? And she's like, hitting the eye or standing in front of the eye. I don't know what that means. That means she's being crushed or used and abused and thrown out.
What?
I didn't know it. He's the one to commit suicide. Uh-oh. They're gonna have babies, but there's no spoon. Don't worry about it.
Do you
Notice loser Morpheus. He stood there. He got rescued by some real daring suicide mission, right? And now he's just coming here to believe it. Do you believe it?
No.
He's talking like he's got something going, right? You know, hey, he got a deal for himself.
Morpheus. She told me. She told you.
He knows what she told him. They were just prepping him for a suicide mission. That's all.
Exactly what you needed to hear. That's all. Neo, sooner or later you're going to realize, just as I did, there's a difference between knowing the path
Knowing the past and walking the past.
and walking the path.
Yeah, he just walked it. I don't think he exists anymore.
Operator? Thank you. God damn, it's good to hear your
Damn you, mother.
voice, sir. Got one ready. Subway station. State Mountain.
Uh-oh. Greatest disappointment ever. Let's see.
Damn it. The trace was completed.
Authorized personnel only.
We have their position. Sentinels are standing by. Order the strike.
This is, of course, sad here, and it divulges or exposes the truth. Still hidden, of course. These guys here are controlled by Morpheus, and now it's time to kill. What's his name? Time to dispose of Neo, right? So they wave it where they try to cover up for Morpheus and Trinity, right? But his time has come. He is the one, right? He is definitely the one. And what do they do with the one? They just kill him.
They're not out yet.
Here's where they send Neo, right, for his death, because he's the one. They don't want to make him successful, right? Remember when they told him, "What good is a phone call if you can't speak?" Remember the agents? Again, that's where they usually dwell, in like squalid and squalors and rundown places, abandoned buildings.
You first, Morpheus.
Oh, notice. Oh, how sacrificial. That's the sacrificial lamb. Remember? He's being crucified like Jesus.
Neo, I want to tell you something.
Finally, he gets an answer for something. Remember, Neo, the one who was decapitated in the initiation room, and this Neo, who is his clone, or probably a clone of clone, or probably a artificial insemination from clone to another, and so on. He never gets an answer. He's always in the dark, and they made him psychologically become a sacrificial lamb. He doesn't know what he's doing, even this at this moment, right? Or who is who and what is what, and you know, he basically just succumbed, right, to all these psychological spins and overwhelming psychological, you know, they basically destroyed him and crushed him with these psychological spins that he's not aware of. He's not initiated. The guy is blank, right? Now notice what she's going to say. This is the first time she tells him something real, but again, he never hears it. But you will.
But I'm afraid of what it could mean if I do.
Yeah? What could it mean? You will see what it means. Notice, he never got the answer, right? Why? Because she wants to give him the answer or tell him the truth after he is sacrificed.
Everything the Oracle told me has come true. Everything but this.
That is demoness, right? If you look closely, that's the face. You know, I'm sorry, Moss, I don't mean you, but the way your makeup is made and your hair is arranged and so on makes you look close to a supernatural entity, a demon or some demoness. Now he's the human being, notice. Right? His eyes are normal. He's just a human being now. And when that train, notice the train, right? You see they may or may not mean something. Red eyes. Now they're coming to kill him. What is it she wants to tell him and she's afraid what it might mean? This is for the movie. This is for your consumption as a audience of the movie, watching the movie. Now you're being confused as well. Neo is being confused and dumbfounded, and so are you, the audience. What did they do? They closed the door on him. How did they close the door on him? Notice. There you go. He is no longer allowed back into Zion. That's it. He's consumed now. No longer needed. But he's a powerful entity, so what they're going to do, they're going to kill him. So, again, I can't make up or make out the details here, but I think if you analyze it correctly, you know, maybe these are Chinese letters or something, you will see the command has been given here, you know, kill him. How do I know this is it? Because if you recall the agent and the police officers transforming, as I showed you, that showed on the face of the officer. So he's one of them. So I don't know, maybe it means something.
What the hell just happened?
Really?
You have to send me back.
Oh no.
I can't.
Uh-oh. Now they're playing you audience. They're trying to say that, oh, they're trying to rescue him, but they can't.
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, you're expired.
Run, Neo, run.
Now this is no longer green. See, this is no longer green, even though the text may be green, but the whole thing is changed. This is blue now. When it's green, it's in Islamdom. When it's blue, it's in the hidden Zion or underground city or Zionism. I don't know what that is. They look like some kind of sewer walls or barnacles or something of the sort. You know, those holes here, maybe they've been shooting, raiding on the monitors. But that's blue.
Run, Neo, run.
Run, okay. You know, maybe she wishes him to run. I don't know, maybe. But Neo is not going to run.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Oh, really? Now they're cheating you. They're trying to pull wool in front of your eyes, you audience. They're trying to tell you they're trying to rescue him. There's no such thing. They just set him up, close the door, and let him go die. This guy even sent the agents to do him. I'll do you, punk. Uh-uh. It'll prove hard to kill Neo. All right, so I thought I saw something. As I explained to you about the sun, here you see Soul, right? So Soul is really the sun, and that's what it is. So maybe the soul and the sun is really him. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe it's him. And when Morpheus was talking to him in that desert, right, he was telling him, you know, the fate is not without the sense of irony, that they were getting everything from the sun, but not anymore. Now they need humans, right? Copperheads, decapitated persons to provide them with soldiers and energy and thoughts and so on. So this guy is the sun, and this guy, I don't know, he's red devil maybe, I don't know. But that's that, and that is that. Yeah, it's too fast. I can't make it slow enough. And there's your 3. I don't know what that is. Looks like Arabic to me, but it's hard to read. Or an I or something of the sort. Let's see. That's number 3. Oh, what the heck is that? 2 3s make 6. But here, I thought, you know, there's an I here. I don't know. Well, that's the occult world of underground world of Kukukowskis.
Empty.
Yeah, so are you.
So
Notice he's got the reflection of two pairs of eyes. No need for guns. Now it's hand combat. The Arabs will prevail in hand combat. I mean those agents or whatever they are, you know, the Neos and stuff. Remember, Rabbi Mel Gibson can't do them in hand combat. You have to use airplanes and gas and nukes and whatnot in the movie Signs, leading to the invasion of Iraq of 2003. Invasion of Iraq. I don't know. You could probably decipher all these graffitis, but I don't care to do that anymore. Here is, you see that masonry, you know, a Masonic emblem, I think that is. And then next to it is a falling bomb, right? So this guy is being destroyed by this. And this guy is what? He gets the electricity, right? From some large number of copperheads decapitated like Neos. Really? So these are Anglo-Saxons, Westerners fighting Arabs, really, trying to destroy Arabs. Morpheus set them up. Or Muslims, you know, I would say Sunni Muslims. So Anglo-Saxons are killing Sunni Muslims. Rabbi Morpheus set them up for that. One-eyed monster. Now look on Neil's face.
I'm gonna enjoy and watching you die.
There's hate between the two. These two are really friends, and in ancient times they were relatives. Morpheus now is sitting watching this guy kill that guy, or if that guy killed this guy, then they'll send him another one to kill him. They're finished with them. So he wanted to give him the 3 for the price of 1, but it didn't work. Remember Morpheus getting beat like very easily? Not Neo, huh? Flight of the Valkyrie, remember? Rabbi Wagner. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go without damage, especially with so much technology against him, arrayed against him.
Jesus, he's killing him.
Maybe her feeling is true. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but maybe she's sincere about what she's saying. Maybe, I don't know, but she has no choice, right? In the background, you hear the noise of the phone, actually. So it's an eternal fight, right? It's an eternal fight between the Anglo-Saxons and the Sunni Muslims, or the Arabs, let's say. We Muslims, even though we're not Arabs, but we're Arabs. And Morpheus is hoping for both of them to die. Remember Kissinger, when he lit up, and he and his world lit up that 9 years war between Iran and Iraq. Toward the end, he said, "Do you know what he said? He said, too bad they both cannot lose." Why is this guy exhibiting such big power? Because he has the technology. He has the technology, airplanes, computers, satellites, while Neo doesn't have any of that. Neo is really truly hand combat. Close quarters combat, nobody can beat Neo, period. He just put him in a booth. I don't know what the heck that is. SVS. Like, what does that mean? Son of a bitch or something like that?
You hear that, Mr. Anderson?
Anderson, Mr. Anderson. You're gonna be eating some hummus very shortly.
That is the sound of inevitability. It is the sound of your death. Goodbye, Mr. Anderson.
These two are friends. Why are they killing each other? They don't know. Rabbi Morpheus put them against each other, pitted them against each other. Here you go. Now I want to show you a failure on the graphic editor's part. Now notice, Neo is holding 2 wires. You will see them in a little bit. Keep noticing Neo. He's holding the 2 wires, right? They're being erased out by a graphic program. They usually edit the film frame by frame. And they what they do is, if the wires here usually shows in the camera, and then what they will do is take like a sample the color here and then gray it out or erase it out. I don't know the function. See, he's holding those wires. Notice, keep noticing. You see them now? You see them? Ah, you see them now, right there, right there. You see? You see the wires? You see the wire? So I would charge those guys who were doing the graphic editing, couple of dollars here. You see it? There you go. The wires. You see them? UHP. Oh man, I used to love those HPUXs, but there was a Carly Fiorina that destroyed the company. What this means is Neo is able to do hand combat, but then eventually was able to evade the technology and continue to survive. Again, you're talking number 3. We can never get rid of this guy. These guys are now in eternal combat, while Morpheus is and whoever that is, right? You know, Tank and Dozer, right? They're drinking coffee and beer and whatever it is, and they're laughing at them. Look, look, look! City Rail. So 3 is Trinity. That number 3 is Trinity.
What happened?
No, I lost it.
Now they want to run away. Why? Because you know, they set him up, lit up that fire of war between the two, the Anglo-Saxons and the Arabs, right? Has been going on for what, 1,000 years, ever since the Crusaders, right? And they just want to run away because Neo survived, right? And both of them are still alive. So they want to deceive you as an audience, saying, "Oh, look, we're under threat, so we have to disappear."
Sentinels. How long?
5, maybe 6 minutes. Tank charging the EMP.
You can't use that until he's out.
I know, Trinity, don't worry. He's gonna make it.
I think he's lying. This guy is the same guy I told you, Kim, and the helicopter pilot. And look, he's fingering up. So
Run.
Mr. Wizard. Oh, but he's gonna send him to his death now. You just watch him. All right, here you will observe a couple of things. Old Ford truck, blue truck, right? And what all those people that are around here are too kind, almost too kind, but the majority of them. You got the Chinese, you got the Eastern European, possibly Germans, but the Eastern Europeans, and then you got those Middle Eastern looking ones, right? And there's plenty of trash. Notice the vast majority of those people are Chinese, right? Onions, 99 cents, 66 onions. The onion concept means you're devil in the inside, and then Jewish above, and then Masonic above that, and then Muslim or Christian above that, right? But there's so many of them. They're all onions. So this guy looks to be like a Morpheus type. Chinese, another Morpheus type, another Morpheus type. Chinese, Chinese here. 1, 2, 3. But you'll see much more. Many more, right? Right? Did you notice that? Let's go back. There's your Chinese. I don't know what to make of this guy or girl or whoever it is. Looks like a devil. They're devils. And they know they sent him to a place where he's cornered, right? He's going to be attacked by the Chinese and by the onions, and they're all helping, of course, to hurt him into a certain place. I'll show you. Right? Chinese, Chinese. Oh, right? Now he's begging. They're making it look like he's begging God for help. No longer Trinity help. Now, oh God, right? But guess what? They got him into this far. He's talking bad mouthing God now. I don't know who these two are, but they're like clones as well, like him. Chinese, you saw that, right? Black woman here. But you will not see white race, is what I'm saying. Not exactly. Woman in red, right? He's a cantaloupe. They're gonna slice him open. Chinese, Chinese. Chinese, right there. See it? Rabbis, Chinese. Another rabbi, Arab. Another Chinese. Another Chinese. From India. So we're talking China, India. Neo is cornered. He's being destroyed by China and India and the West, right? This is what's happening in the last century and this century too. Chinese, right? Eastern European, maybe white, I don't know. Chinese, that was red woman, that was Chinese. And they're all notice, Morpheus has clarity on his face, but everybody else is not, right? They're blurred. Chinese, Chinese. Everybody now, while Morpheus sent agents to destroy Neo, the Arab, right? Uh, everybody else is helping him. They're surrounding Neo, right? Chinese, right? Chinese, Chinese. Chinese, everybody is looking, notice. Oh, bananas, huh? Reds, and oh man, look here. Chinese, Chinese, Jews, Indians. Uh, 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 uh. I think he's holding their hand. Did you see that? The agent is holding, or whoever is holding, beret, Sassoon of Shanghai's. Did you see? You see? Did you see that? But he's difficult to take down. The man is a master of close quarters combat. You're cornered, Arab. I mean, Neo. Now they send him into a corner, like where there is a dumpster, right? That's where they put out the trash dump, right? And the album out now. So, meaning the war has started against Neo, the final war to destroy Neo. But he's cornered in a trash dump, meaning he has nothing left for him. Not money, not a place to sleep at, not whatever, right? But the agents are right on his heels. What is Tang doing? He's driving him into a corner. You will see. So what does this mean here? Here, it means that Europeans or Anglo-Saxons are attacking the Arabs, but they're lined up by cash and help and whatnot from China. Yellow, right? So China is helping in the background while setting up concentration camps for Muslims in China. Fire hose. Now Tank is misleading the guy, right? He's his operator, remember? So now he goes into some place where he thinks it's safe or something of the sort. But these are Masonics, right? Or Jews, but he doesn't know. Heck, I don't know who that is. So it looks like some old actor with guns and stuff like that. Or, you know what? That's the leader of Zion. That's like the real Morpheus telling them, kill the guy. Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit. Uh-oh. That's, her dress is like that of the Oracle, right? Same thing, you know, I see same thing, Oracle, you know, with a knife. Uh-oh. I got you, sucker. She looks like one of those old Jewish ladies. And guess what? Same thing as that room where the Oracle is. She's an agent. Operated by Morpheus. He escaped again. Now he's jumping into a dumpster to survive, right? Oh, I assure you, Neo will not jump into the dumpster to survive. All right, let's see. Private available adjoining blah blah blah. It just doesn't make sense to me. Now look at his bed, poor guy. He's sleeping in the trash. Why? Because even if he bowed down, that would only make it easier for him to be killed. This guy wasn't going to be one of the operator, or one of the Neos that are operated by Tank. It could be Cypher himself, you know? They could mean that Cypher is this guy. Play dirty, drink pure. It's funny, man. Yeah, just really funny. I don't know what else here is like Victorian stone fruit. Victorian, I think, means like England, so that's probably England. Bed, green barrel, play dirty, drink pure. And she also, notice she also, that woman on the flyer, she also has lipsticks. Yeah, Kukukowskis and lipsticks. As serious as this movie is, as useless as they are. Out now. I don't know, album is out now. So war has started against Neo and Cypher and their world. The majority in the world, they're going to destroy the majority in the world.
Oh no.
But he's still alive, right? Oh no. Now here in the movie, they're trying to show you that they're trying to rescue him, and they have a reason to abandon him and escape, right? Who are the Sentinels? I don't know who they are. Do they mean by them like terrorists or something like that? As far as I'm concerned, all terror acts were generated underground and initiated and directed and helped and covered for by the Morpheuses.
He's going to make it.
Oh, really? He. Yeah. So that's the same hotel that we saw earlier, uh, where Trinity was, right? Trinity, 3, 1, 2, 3, H. The E is always off. I don't know what it is. It may mean east. But now all the lights are lit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lights, right? That's the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Now A, he, H, and A. I don't know what H and A. H and A or EA. Uh-oh. Now 13 to 1, 1, 2, 2. Hourly rate. You guys gonna go for our free TV as well. You get free TV. All right. Okay. I'm going to stop here. But what I wanted to tell you is that this is the same hotel where Trinity was in that hideout of Zion or the Mossad. And here, this is Germany, right? This is a Mercedes. How do I know? It's a Mercedes, right? And it's burned and destroyed. I think that's him. Meaning, you know, the West is going to be destroyed while trying to destroy Neo. So there's like mutual destruction here, initiated and caused and supervised and overseen by Rabbi Shapeshifter Morpheus, right? So I'm going to stop here because I'm losing some lights as well as, let's see. Uh-oh. All right, that's good enough. Have a nice day, and we'll see you tomorrow. This is tape number 12.